Member statements. I call the member for Newtown.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. May Day, or International Workers' Day on the 1st of May, is a time to reflect with gratitude on the unionists who have struggled for the rights that we enjoy today, including the minimum wage, paid holidays, the 8-hour day and the right to strike. It is also a day to stand in solidarity with workers around the globe, because these battles are far from over, and unions and collective organising are now more important than ever. With increasing rates of casualisation, our workplace rights are steadily being eroded. The winding back of weekend penalty rates in retail, hospitality and pharmacy industries are seeing an insidious first step in the erosion of our protected rights to rest and leisure as outlined in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Today's Sydney Morning Herald said that low-income workers would be slugged in the order of $14 billion if weekend penalty rates were cut across the board. That's $14 billion, adding to what the Australian Council of Trade Unions President Jed Kearney recently noted is creating a whole class of working poor developing in this country. Sydney and the inner city and the inner west has a proud history of unionism. As early as 1791, there was a strike in Sydney demanding daily, not weekly rations, and today we are lucky to have many active trade unions based in and around the electorate of Newtown. The NTU, the New South Wales Teachers Federation, the Media and Entertainment Arts Alliance, the New South Wales FBU, the AMWU, United Voice and the ASU, where I was a delegate while working at Amnesty. Whilst we're also lucky to have a rich history of union activity on our soil in the electorate of Newtown. It was the Battle of Union Street back in the 1930s that saw members of the Unemployed Workers Union fighting against the evictions as rising house prices and the ability of people to pay their rents saw poor families and unemployed people kicked out of their houses across the city. It was the police who broke down the doors and tried to break this action, collective action, and dozens were injured and 19 arrested. Just near Union Street is Greenspan's Park. Much of what we enjoy in our city today in terms of green space and heritage was won by collective union activism. Greenspan's Park in Erskineville is one such example, named in commemoration of the union activists and environmentalists who worked together to prevent the park from being developed in the 1970s. The Builders Labourers Federation, now the CFMEU, under the leadership of the living legend Jack Mundey, was instrumental in the strike actions that saved so much of our city from being destroyed. And while Liberal governments try to dismiss union activists as thugs, I would like to recognise the immense contribution that those union activists made to protecting green space and heritage in our community that would have seen the destruction of the rocks and Woolloomooloo, an expressway entering into Glebe, Centennial Park being a sporting complex, and the Opera House Big Trees being a car park. But these collective struggles for community interests are not just things of the past. I recently was inspired to see a busload of MUA activists join the Save Sydney Park camp, supporting in solidarity the activists fighting against WestConnex, and was disgusted to see, just like in history, the police once again being used to do the big corporations' work by violently attacking protesters and union members that were at that site. 100 years ago, workers at the Everleigh Rail Yards, now Australian Technology Park, walked off the job, striking to maintain their working rights and conditions. Their action triggered Australia's largest industrial dispute, which became known as the General Strike of 1917, when nearly 100,000 unionists made a stand for better conditions and workers' rights. It's a struggle that is still being fought today, recently seeing childcare workers walking off the job supported by their union United Voice, and I've been proud to stand with the NTU, the CPSU, the Nurses and Midwives Association and the HSU at the University of Sydney and the RPA in their struggles for workers' rights on their work sites. The Greens policy upholds a position of the rights of unions to undertake industrial action to promote and protect the economic, social and environmental rights of their members, as well as those communities and third parties. And as we celebrate May Day and all that workers have united to achieve together, it is a good time to call on everybody to get active, to join their union and to be part of protecting the rights that have been fought for by those that won and came before us. Because it is pretty clear that the big corporations and the neoliberals will do everything they can to undermine them. Happy May Day to you all.